Page 6, Calypso Rhumba. Is it Rumba or Roomba? I think it's Roomba, but I could be wrong. I don't know what it is. It's Calypso something or other. You decide. Overlapping pedaling. Oh, goody. Well, before we get to the pedal, let's learn the piece. The pedal comes in last. And the tricky part about this piece is the rhythm. It's all eighth notes. What's tricky about rhythm on all eighth notes? Well, because of the way the hands are doing and the accents. There's a lot of syncopation going on. Because the left hand, you have this first line, you have two chords, the C chord and the F chord. Nothing there. Not hard. Stick around. We're going to do it eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so it's here and then two of these, and then one of these, and then two of these, and then one of these, and one of these. That's what's hard. If you can get that, you've got it. I have a few suggestions. One minor thing I want to bring out in the right hand, I mean you can play it the way it's written in the right hand, and the eighth notes are even. We don't swing these in Calypso. But take a look at the top of page 7. First measure in the right hand, you're here. Your second measure, that first C is fourth finger, followed by the second finger. I like that. And so you can get that. Just pointing out the fingering for you. Just watch the fingering, you'll be okay. In the left hand, I have a couple suggestions I can make on fingering, but it's up to you. How do you want to do it? Like in the first line, it's 5-3-1 on these chords. And they're saying 5-3-1 on the second line too. But I tend to play on the second line and the first, I tend to play a 4-2-1 rather than a 5, because I just came off of here. Now I'm going to here, and that's how I tend to figure that. I don't have to move my hand as much. So you experiment with both of those and see what you think. But I recommend a 4-2-1. Last line, first measure, 5-3-1. But again, in the second measure in the last line, I recommend a 4-2-1. I'm not moving as much, but you can, their fingering's all right if you want to do it. I just like to go here to here, and then here. Same thing on top of page 7, last measure. I would finger that 4-2-1 that in the left hand. And at the last line on page 7 in the first measure, 4-2-1 in the left hand. Then watch the fingering in the first ending there. It's 2-1. You got to be in this position. So this they're just putting you there. Now, first and second endings on page 6. There's a first and second ending on page 7. There's a note at the bottom of page 6, not the eighth note, the last line, right above the last line, second time 8 VA. So on page 7, when you play the first ending and you repeat back, you take the right hand and you simply go up an octave. Leave the left hand where it's at, just the right hand. And it's okay because if you look at the first ending on page 7, you're going up there. You know, it's a C major scale. So you're up there, ready to go on when you repeat. The second ending on page 7, the right hand is still up there for that note, that one note. And then on the next line, you see the LOCO. That means local. That means no more AVA. Come back down where it's written. So you're back down here. Frankly, I like this better without pedal because I think the pedal just messes it up. But the whole purpose of this piece is overlapping pedals, so let's go ahead and mess it up. At the beginning, I'm going to push the notes down first, or the note I should say, in the left hand, and I'm going to push the pedal down. Then at the bar line, I'm going to play the first note, the F in the left hand. I'm going to raise the pedal up and push it back down. Just up and down, not real quick, just up and down. I want to do it before I play the eighth note in the right hand though. So I'm overlapping. The pedal overlaps the hand. The hand first, then the pedal. So it's here in the first line. Going on. Then I'll lift the pedal after I play the notes in the first ending. They're on the second line. repeats. Now the last line, same thing. Push the notes down first, then the pedal. And when you change the pedal, you push the notes down first and then change the pedal. The pedal overlaps the notes. So last line. First measure is page 7. Lift the pedal up with the left hand. On the first ending of page 7, lift the pedal up after you play the first notes. We want a little bit of silence between the first 2 notes in the right hand and the first ending here. Just lift up and down. I'd tell you to bring me silence in the other places, but the pedal messes that up, so forget that. Then the last of it is like the beginning of it, and everybody's great and it's wonderful, and that's how you work the pedal. Now this says andante moderato, which is a slow or an easy moderato. You have andante is kind of a leisurely pace, and moderato is kind of a moderate, just a little faster than andante, and this is somewhere mixing the two together. But I'm going to go a little slower than that. Dynamic wise, watch the dynamics. They have accents at the beginning in the left hand, so bring those out. That brings out the syncopation. That's the important part, the syncopation. When at the bottom of the last line, then the right hand has the melody. So bring out the right hand, the left hand stays soft. And they give you 2 dynamics, an MF and an F there in the last line. So the first time you play it, you're sort of loud. And then second time you play it, when you're up here, you're loud. Look at the 2 endings there on page 7. In the first ending, you're going up from a medium loud to a loud. There's not a lot of difference there. So if you want to start that crescendo in the first ending, down a little bit, come down from your medium, you're here, and then come down. Then come up. What's the word? It brings out the crescendo more if you do that. So here, and then for the 2, come down, and then come back. And then the second ending, as your right hand or left hand goes down, you're coming from a loud down to a soft. And I'm thinking the soft applies at the beginning and the end. The soft applies to the left hand. So these things going on in the right hand are very soft. So, I mean, they even have accents. Well, it's a soft with an accent. What? So, yeah, it's still soft. The accent doesn't mean you can play it loud. Yeah. Until the very end, on the last ending, it's loud all of a sudden, and they're accented. I don't know that you need accents with a loud, but they've got it, so okay. I'm going to play this slowly. If you want to play along, fine. I don't really know that you need me to play it with you. You ought to know what the notes are by now and the rhythms, but I'll still play it slowly. I don't want to perform it. I don't want you copying me, but I can give you a little idea what it can sound like if you'll just speed it up. 1 and 2 and 3 and go and...